Hey guys, before we get started, we want to tell you about our champion partners, including our Hall of Fame partners, Gregg Vet Clinic, Hicks Chicks, Syrah Technologies, Kenny Chesney's Blue Chair Bay Rum, J&J Flooring and Natural Stone, Concordia Bank and Trust, and Go Mart. So go visit all of our champion partners that you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. Enjoy the show. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, and we've got our buddy Joseph McGuffey, the worship pastor at Vidalia First Baptist Church, in the studio with us. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
We're here today to talk about a really cool concert that you guys have coming up Sunday, October 19th at the church. Cochran and Company with special guest Riley Clemens.
Yeah.
Man, I was listening to Cochran and Company this morning on Spotify, and they're good, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive.
You had told me about them on the phone.
Right.
And, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
We're going to talk about that in just a minute as part of their Good Memories tour. But before we get started with that, just give our viewers just a brief background on you and how you got to Vidalia.
Oh, man. That's boring.
Brief, that's what we say.
Brief, yeah. So, let's see. I've been doing music for a long time, for 25 years, I guess now, in church.
Uh-huh.
And I was in Cincinnati when I started, lived there 20 years. And then I moved to Georgia for a while, then Florida. So I came here from Florida. My wife and I came here. And we had been I tell you what happened. I was doing the church part-time and doing music, right? And I had a company, and I had just left my job and went out on my own in business consulting, and it was COVID hit the week after. So every contract I had worked out, it all went, it was all done. So that wasn't going to happen. So for the next however long COVID was, I was working at the church. Well, then it got done, and I got ready to look for a job, and nobody called, which had never happened, and I was really and I told my wife one day, I said, man, I've been working at the church. What if I did this full time? And she's like, duh.
Yeah.
So we go to the pastor and talk to him there in Florida, and he says, absolutely, that's what you should be doing. And we sort of prayed about it, and we decided to start looking. So put my resume out, and through all that, eventually someone called me from Louisiana, which when I told my wife, she was like, where's Louisiana? Never heard of it. She didn't know. She'd heard of it, but she didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And especially didn't know where Vidalia was. But but that was pretty cool how that all worked out. It was definitely, I saw the hand of God leading us here. And when we got here, I still didn't know when we came to visit. But after spending some time with the people in this community, oh man, I said the other day, if I had my choice and we put this community anywhere in the United States, and I've lived a lot of places.
Yeah,
that's where I would live.
Yeah,
because I love it that much, and so it's been a real joy to be here, and we continue to see God work at our church, and a lot of exciting things happen. But yeah, that's how I ended up here.
That leads me kind of to my next question: is what do you love most about serving at Vidalia First Baptist?
Well, that would be the people. And another thing, Ronnie, which is important for everybody who's a Christian, but is just knowing that you're doing what God wants you to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nothing, that's just the greatest feeling in the world. Mm-hmm. To have no doubt in your mind, this is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing. And I tell you, when you find that, when God shows you that, and you follow Him regardless of the cost, you do that, you'll be happy. And that's what I've learned, and that's what I like the most, is the people. I mean, the people here are wonderful folks. And there's a lot. I also like the fact that we get to help a lot of people in need, whereas some of the other churches I've served, maybe that wasn't their focus, but here we do a lot of that. So.
Yeah, Vidalia First Baptist certainly steps up very often in that role and do a great job of that. What do you hope that people feel the very first time that they walk into Vidalia First Baptist?
Well, that's a good question. When I hope that people, when they first walk in, that they feel welcome. And I know that's a cliche answer right here. Oh, I hope you feel welcome. But no, we hope, when people walk in, we want the atmosphere, we have music playing, we have things like that. If you come in on Sunday morning, you kind of feel as you walk in that something's about to happen.
Yeah.
People are talking, people will speak to you, even if they don't know you, they'll talk to you. But they're not overbearing or anything. It's a relaxed, And I hope that people feel when they come in that they're in the house of the Lord, which should be a welcoming, happy place, right? And where they don't feel judged or anything like that when they come in. If they come in and they're like, this is interesting. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen, And that's what we hope people feel.
Yeah, that excitement level.
Yeah.
For people being there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in churches, been part of churches and of course, through the years, I learned a lot of ways to kind of manipulate that a little bit, by having music and lights and all that stuff. But, I've been places where you walk in and everybody's real quiet and you're like, oh no, where am I? And you're stand out because you're new. I don't think you feel that when you come to our church. I think when people walk in, they're like, yeah, this is interesting. And I've had several people who have come there recently for the first time even and say, even if they start out in the parking lot and they start to hear the music outside, that they just felt good before they even walked in,
Yeah. And I didn't even have this written down, and we'll get to the concert in just a second, but I think in any industry, anything that you're trying to spread a message or a word or something like that, you have to evolve with times. And I think even Christians today and young kids and coming up and all that, people consume things differently. So to have that excitement and that it's the kids these days aren't just going to sit there for an hour, and they need to feel that and be involved and have that excitement level. And Christianity can be fun.
It can be. It's the greatest
life in the world. It doesn't have to be old and boring, right?
I talked to some of my worship team the other day about living right, and how good it is. You don't have to look over your shoulder and always wonder what's going to happen. God says do right, But your point about kids not having attention spans, all that's true. So we try to use some of those things, the lights and the music. Of course, I love the music. I mean, that's what I'm there for, right? So I really enjoy that part of it a lot.
Well, let's talk about this music. So again, it's Sunday, October 19th, 6 o'clock, Vidalia First Baptist, Cochran and Company with special guest Riley Clemens.
Riley Clemens. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. So I'll ask this. So Cochran and Company has a huge following. I think it was 1.7 million monthly followers on Spotify that I saw earlier, and that number jumped out to me. That's a big number. So what is it about their message and their music that you think connects to people?
Well, I think he's kind of got, as far as the sound, he's kind of got that Southern rock sort of sound. He's a younger guy. But he's, I think that the message in the songs, like the one song, if you look it up, you want to listen to that song, Thank God for Sunday Mornings, that he put out. I think that'll relate to a lot of people, maybe been somewhere it shouldn't have been Saturday night, but thank God for Sunday mornings. And that's a great song. And he's got a song called Running Home, which is probably my favorite one of his. But there's some wonderful songs. If you just Google him and listen to his channel, I mean, man, I said him because that's Michael Cochran is the guy who's, it's his band. But I think their music resonates with people because of the message in the music. The lyrics are strong. A lot of music today, country, rock, Christian, the lyrics are just lame, right? Yeah. Lots of times, half time I'm trying to figure out what they're saying, right? Yeah. And there's no question about what he's saying. So I think that's part of why he resonates with so many people across the spectrum.
Yeah, this is a big score for Vidalia. Yeah. For this area, I don't know if people always understand sometimes the magnitude of some of the artists that come through. Sometimes this is one of those examples.
Yeah, in Christian music, I mean, there are bigger, but he's singing with those guys too. So yeah, I mean, it's a big deal to have somebody like this in Vidalia. And I told the church that Sunday, I was like, look, for $20 now. That's one thing is you got to buy them from at the church. You can get them for cheaper, but if you go online, they're a little more because it's a fee. But for the price of the ticket to come to this concert, you're not going to go anywhere in our area. Take your family and kids for that amount. I mean, you're just not any concert. I mean, it's a great price, and we work hard to be able to make that available for our community, and we do that because for a couple reasons. One is for our church, we want them to have opportunities for good Christian entertainment, right? That they can bring their families to and know it's good. On the other side of it, we also want for the community to know, hey, look, this isn't a dead community. We got stuff happening. We can bring people here too. So, I can't bring some of the ones that cost a fortune, the really big names, like Brandon Lake and some of those guys. Yet. But right now we can't. But we can bring guys like this who are on their way up. And right now, I mean, they're selling out. The promoter I work with, the people I work with told me that the last concert, they sold it out. I mean, so we expect this one to sell out too. Yeah. But you got to get your tickets.
Okay. Yeah. Well, last question, we'll talk about the details, is just what do you kind of hope that people walk away with after hearing Michael and the band play?
Well,
I mean, not Michael. Is it
Michael.
Michael.
Okay, I think it's Michael Cochran. Yeah. But I will tell you something about him. That might be a good little note too.
Yeah.
When I get these riders, you know what I'm talking about, from the band, all the stuff they want done.
Yeah.
This guy sends a personal note saying, "Hey, look, we want to minister. We want to be part of your." With your team, we don't want to be a problem. If there's any issues, just a real nice note like that. I really appreciate that because you don't always get that, right?
Sometimes that's right.
Some of these guys, they want everything's got to be. I got to have a certain, name brand of water, whatever. Yeah, he's not like that at all. So, but here's what we hope. We hope, one, like I said, one of the things we hope is that people will enjoy themselves, and it'll be good, clean Christian entertainment, which is necessary, especially in today's world. We have all these other distractions that are not good, so this is a good one, right? Yeah. And then the main thing, which is always the main thing with me and with our church, and is that we hope that people are drawn to Jesus Christ. We believe that everybody's a sinner, and that the only hope of salvation is in what Jesus did on the cross of Calvary. And, he sings about that. He'll talk about that, I'm sure. So our hope is that people will understand that the Christian life is not, like you said, it's not necessarily boring or something like you said to me earlier, right? That it can be fun, but it's also a wonderful life. And we want people to know that. And, quite blunt, being quite blunt, we don't want people to go to hell. Yeah. We love people, and we know the only way, the Bible says, the only way to go to heaven is through what Jesus did for you on the cross, accepting that as his what he paid as payment for your sins. So we do hope that when people come, we know a lot of Christians are going to come, people that already know Jesus, right? Yeah. And we hope you have fun, and we hope you have the time of your life where we're like, man, I can't wait to see what they're bringing next. And then secondly, but more importantly, I should say, we hope that people will be drawn to Jesus. If they're Christians, drawn closer to him. If they're not, that they'll meet him for the first time. So that's our main, in everything we do, really. That's great, man.
So again, I'm looking at so it's Sunday, October the 19th.
It's just 2 weeks from this Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's coming up on us soon. That's it's actually the balloon race weekend. So,
it is. But it's the end of it. Like
the end of the weekend.
You're finished up the balloon race, come on over to the concert, right?
That's right. 6 p.m. Vidalia First Baptist. Tickets at the church.
Yep. You can buy them online too at cochranmusic.com.
Okay.
If you want to pay the extra fee. But if you stop by the office, or on Sunday mornings, we have them in the foyer.
Okay.
But if you stop by the office Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. That's our office hours. The ladies at the desk will be glad to sell them to you too. We've had a lot of people stop by this week. So I'm wondering how close we're getting. I got to check, but there are still tickets available, and I think I can probably even get a few more. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be packed out, and it's $20 with no fee.
Okay.
Yeah, which. Again, I don't know any concert you give for $20.
Not these days.
No, I went to see a comedian one time, paid $55. So you can do better for.
Is that 6 o'clock? Right? Is that the doors opening, or is that
let's see. The doors. There are some VIP tickets. We're not selling them at the church. You can get them online. That where you can have a little meet and greet before if you want to, but that's like $75.
Okay.
Those doors are going to open, I think, at like 4:30, something like that, 5 o'clock. But I believe the seats, I believe everything else is open at 5, if I remember. But if you go to our church website, which is fbcvidalia.com, you'll see it on there, and it'll have that information. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, great, man. Anything else that you want to say about the show or anything before we get out of here?
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hope everybody, I hope we pack it out. I hope it's one of those things. Because the other thing we're trying to do, we want these guys that come in to love being here, right? We had Jason Crabb recently. He sent me a personal text message saying, man, what a great time, that they had there. We had David Phelps, who's a well-known singer, come. And right now I'm in the works, so I don't know if should I tell that? Trying to get...
Go ahead.
I don't know.
You can say.
Rhett Walker, if you know who that is. He's a country Christian artist, pretty big, maybe for the spring. So we'll see. But
and people have
we're always trying to get different people, right?
People have to show up for each one to make the next one happen.
That's right. That's right.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming in and sharing that with us, and we appreciate you bringing that to the community. That's really cool. I hope to be there. I'm sitting here thinking right now. I'll know this week if I'll be able to be there or not. So I hope to hear the guy and Riley play. I'm sure she's.
Yeah, I didn't say much about Riley Clemens, but she's She's going to be open, and you can research her music. If you have teenage daughters, well, I mean, any teenager really, it's more of a pop sound, but she's phenomenal. I mean, yeah, she's got great music.
Yeah. Well,
she's up and coming too, so.
Well, man, I look forward to it and appreciate you coming out.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you guys for watching. Look, I encourage you to support, because me being a music guy too, you got to sell those tickets, and you got to give these artists a good experience when they come to get them to come back and get more artists to come here, because they do talk.
Okay.
And so buy some tickets, go have a good time, good family fun. We want to say thank you to all of our partners out there who help us, who help make these interviews possible and help us spread positivity in the community. God bless everybody out there, and as always, have a champion day. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, and I want to tell you about our awesome partners, Wardo's Po' Boys. Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country. Guys, Ronnie and Shannon here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight.
And we're here at our amazing partners, Gregg Veterinary Hospital.
Gregg Veterinary Hospital has been providing comprehensive, reliable, cutting-edge veterinary services to pets in the Miss Lou since 2002.
They welcome pets of all shapes and sizes who are in need of emergency treatment or who require routine medical, surgical, and dental care.
Dr. Gregg and his team offer a long list of services, including in-house laboratory diagnostics, digital x-ray, soft tissue, orthopedic surgery, dental care, extractions, laser surgery, laser therapy, preventative health, and wellness plans.
And if you need grooming and boarding services, they do that too.
So call Gregg Vet today.
Hi, it's Shannon with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. If you like what we're doing, be sure to follow, like, share, and even comment on all our content. Also, visit MissLouChampions.com to sign up for our newsletter and to receive other information, as well as the opportunity to receive some awesome prizes. Thank you, Miss Lou, for your continued support, and as always, have a champion day.